in that first round encounter. We certainly hope we'll see Simon Abel back on these wonderful courts here at the Birmingham venue at the All England Championships. Well, Mia Blickfeld will play against either Kirsty Gilmore, who's making her return after injury, or Yvonne Lee from Germany. So after the women's singles, we turn our attention once again to men's doubles. And our second men's doubles this evening, and it features the Olympic silver medalists, the number 7 seed Go Fi Shen and Tan Wee Kyung, up against the beaten finalists in the recent Swiss Open, Mark Lamsfuss and Marvin Seidel of Germany. Well, as far as the men's doubles is concerned, the match we're about to watch is in the third quarter of the draw, and this is the last remaining match to be contested to decide who's in the second round. The winner of our match will play against Christiansen and Nor of Denmark, but you can see in this section the defending champions Endo and Watanabe, the number 4 seeds, who won the title last year, beating Gideon and Sukamolio in the final. Well, this will be a third meeting between these two pairs. The last time they met was in the second round 2 weeks ago at the Swiss Open, the 300 event, 19 and 19, as you can see. So it was a good match, but 40 minutes for that encounter in Basel. So for Go Fi Shen and Tan Wee Kyung, her 6th consecutive appearance at the All England Championships as a pair. They were semi-finalists 5 years ago. That was the best they've done. They've been in 3 quarter-finals as well. So, umpire for this one is Amanda Baylor from England.
Mark serving.
So the Germans.
You receive, and goes receiving, and which side? This side. Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
So it is the Germans who won the toss and have decided to serve. And this Malaysian pair also desperate to try and qualify for the Olympic Games. Not in a qualifying position at the moment. Like our previous match, I think it will take a huge effort for them to break into the top 8, which is what they need to do to qualify as the second pair from Malaysia. Tan Wee Kyung is 31 years of age. In fact, he's a day younger than his partner. Born in Muar in Johor. Moved to Sabah on the island of Borneo when he was a young lad. Former world number 1s, 18 weeks as world number 1s, but currently number 11 in the world ranking. So Go Fi Shen and Tan Wee Kyung, well, Olympic silver medal in Rio de Janeiro, losing out to Fu Haifang and Zhang Nan in the final. Had 2 match point opportunities. Well, they must have nightmares about that.
Tell me all about it. Me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were their boss at the time.
Yes.
So to the German combination and Mark Lamsfuss, who will turn 27 next month. Born in Wipperfjord in the North Rhine region. He and his partner a couple of places down from their career high of 17, a total of 4 weeks across 2 different spells at 17 in the world. Marvin Seidel is 25 years of age from Dudweiler near Saarbrücken. Big training centre as far as badminton is concerned in Saarbrücken. And they are making their 5th appearance at the All England Championships. They were quarter-finalists 2 years ago, lost out to Asan and Sekiawan, who we saw a little earlier in the first of our men's doubles encounters, beating Ben Lane and Sean Vendy. And in 2019, that's when Hassan and Setia went on, having beaten this German pair in the quarterfinal, went on to win the title. So is Amanda Baylor, our umpire for this one, and Christian Johannesson of Denmark, the service judge. So, the
Ladies and gentlemen,
German pair,
on my right, Mark Lamsfuss,
far side of the court.
and Seidel, Germany. And on my left, Go Lee Shen and Tan Wee Kyung, Malaysia. Mark Lamsfuss to serve, to Go Lee Shen, Ludall, play.
So the unseeded Mark Lamsfuss and Marvin Seidel on the side of the court, getting this first round match underway against the Olympic silver medalists Go Shem and Tan Wee Kyung. Good opening rally.
Yeah, that's really good.
Wow. Well, Tan Wee Kyung absolutely lethal at the front of the court.
1 love.
But presumably, Morton, the Germans have the advantage psychologically in the fact that they beat them a couple of weeks ago in Switzerland.
You can say that, but I actually, I know it's completely early days and it's anyone's guess. It's a very close match. However, I think that the conditions here at the stadium here in Birmingham is really in favour of the two Malaysians. They will have a very, very strong defence here, and it will be tough for the Germans to penetrate that defence, and on top of that, the two Malaysians have a stronger attack. So I think the conditions here are slightly in favour of Vishem and Vikon.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from Seidel. That's fascinating, Morton, because the other thing I think we can take into consideration is that a couple of weeks ago, the Malaysians had only just arrived in Europe, struggling with jet lag perhaps as well, plus the different playing conditions where it's a faster haul in Basel.
In Basel, yes.
Yeah. So maybe the jet lag and the playing conditions conspired to sort of work against them, but take nothing away from the Germans because
No, I think they're a good pair.
Yeah, they got all the way through to the final in Switzerland.
Yeah, I think they're a good pair.
Yeah.
On their good days, they can really play well. Not say they are consistently playing at the very top, but on their good days, they really play well.
Yeah. And I think reaching the final of the Swiss World Tour Super 300 event, their first World Tour tournament final in men's doubles, I think that's a big breakthrough. I think psychologically that helps.
It does, definitely.
2 all. Service over. 3-2.
Service over. 14-10.
Now we very much know, Morton, that with Go Shem and Tan Wee Kyung, they have a favoured formation, which is Tan Wee Kyung trying to control the front of the court, and Go Shem has the most wonderful jump smash. He creates really acute angles with his attacking play. What should we be looking out for with the German combination? What do they like to try and play? Do they have a favoured formation?
Not really.
No.
I don't think they have a favourite formation, but what they like is be good around the service situation. That's what we talk so much about in the doubles. I think they like to do that. And again, when they are on the attack, I think they are better when they are attacking rather than playing either defensively or counter-attacking badminton.
Yeah.
When they're on the attack, I think they can have good smashes, and they can play with a lot of pressure. But I always see Gobi Shem as almost like a basketball player. You know, his hang time is so good.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. When he's going up for these jump smashes, he seems like to be up forever.
Totally mistimed that one though.
So it's over 4-6.
Started the year so well, didn't they, Govi Shem and Tan Wee Kyong? First of the Super 1000 events in Thailand in January, the YONEX Thailand Open, reached the final.
Yeah, beat their compatriots on the way, first round, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right, the seeded pair.
Yeah.
Aaron Shah and Silvi Eek.
Yeah.
So it's over 7-4.
That's out. I think.
Well, the umpire made the call. We only have line judges
Challenges called out.
one end of the court, and they're calling the line all the way through
Yeah.
because of the needing to keep down the number of personnel here at these All England Championships. Yeah, good call, umpire. Umpire called it was out. So that's a real wasted challenge from the German combination.
8-4. Play.
Oh, string's gone, I think,
String's gone, yes.
with Mark Lamsfuss.
But still did so well.
Yeah, still finished it off with broken strings.
So it's over 5-8.
Well, a mere 26 shots. The very first rally of the match was 38 shots. It was an extraordinary opening rally.
We've changed the shuttle.
Oh, what a block from Tan Wee Kyong.
So casual.
Yeah. Look at that.
Thank you. Service over. 9-5.
And this is sometimes the problem for the German pair. This was, in my book, a little bit of an unforced error, but it was not only, just out, it was way out. And the German pair, when they're not playing so well, playing far too many mistakes. And so far in this opening game, I would say too many mistakes.
Yeah. Reflected by the scoreline, 11-5 the advantage to the Olympic silver medalist Tan and goal. Well, the Malaysians, independent players, independent of their national federation. And nice to see another independent player, Ong Yusin.
Yes, it was Ong Yusin.
Yeah, doing the coaching. Been very supportive, all the independent players.
Yes, they are. They work out in the same training environment, and they really stick together, help one another. They travel together. They really try to make a good setup.
Yeah, it's good.
And they have good coaches there. Chuneng is there, and also Chin Wei in the mixed doubles. So they have very good coaches as well.
That's a fantastic backhand kill from Go Yishem. Well, watching this opening game, I know you've already explained why the result could be different here in Birmingham to Basel 2 weeks ago, but seeing the match so far, this opening game, one wonders how on earth the Malaysians lost that match in Germany, in Switzerland.
Yeah, you know, it depends on the day, but I think they should try to direct more pressure onto Go Yishem and try and see if they can take Tan Wee Kyung a little bit more out of the game. He's the one that's the creator for the two players. He's the one that's really setting Shem up, and they must try to take Wee Kyung out of the equation if they can at all. And that means also on the attacks like this, direct the attacks towards Shem and really keep Wee Kyung out of it. Then what will happen as well is that probably Tan Wee Kyung will get a little bit impatient and then start, you know, trying to work his way into the rallies and take more chances and so on, and perhaps even more mistakes coming from his racket as well.
So this over, 15-8.
Yeah, that's well played from Lamsfuss.
So this over.
One fear, it's a little bit too little too late if you look at it from the point of Germany.
So this over, 17-9.
Yeah, it's a good return.
So over, 10-18.
But this opening game very one-sided, and I completely agree with you, Jill, that when you look at this, just now you think, how on earth could they lose in Switzerland?
Yeah.
There's so much in control in this opening game.
Yeah, well worked. Well, the first smash there from Shem,
19.
one of his famous hang times.
But the Malaysian pairs were also winning all the flat exchanges, which is making it not easier.
Game point opportunities.
Service over. 11-20.
Opening game.
Game.
21-11.
Won by Shem and Tang Wee Kyung. 21.
14 minutes for a very convincing opening game for Shem and Tan Wee Kiong, the number 7 seeds from Malaysia.
Second game. Level. Play.
So after that very one-sided opening game in favour of the Malaysians, I'm assuming that the German coach, and I think that was Zhu Yongwang, there he is, assuming he's probably advocated a change in tactics. Would you recommend that? I mean, if they carry on playing the way they're going to play, then
Yeah, that's
got
true.
to try and do something different, don't you think?
Yes, I again, as I say, if looking at it purely from the German point of view, I would suggest that they take the pace a little bit more out of the rallies, play more block shots, because what is happening, they're losing all these flat exchanges, and that's a good shot. That's a very nice shot, but should have blocked that one. Should have blocked that one and kept the pressure, rather than going into the flat exchange, because that's where today the two Malaysians seems to be very superior.
Yeah.
So a lot of block shots, taking the pace off, trying to go for, I would say, old-fashioned attacks.
Yeah.
Service over. 2-all.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right,
That's a great serve
3-2.
from Seidel.
It was a good idea from Seidel. The block shot would have forced a lift the way he's moving forwards, covering the net. I'm very convinced that Bichem would have lifted the next one.
That's way long.
4-3.
Tall man is Seidel. 6'3". Oh,
that's
my goodness
pretty good,
gracious.
Pretty good.
What on earth happened there? It sort of bounced sideways.
It was supposed to go into the deep forehand corner, and look at that. Looks where it's landing.
That's an amazing shot.
That's a
isn't
good
it?
shot. See if we can do it again.
Oh, that's clever from Tan Wee Kyung. Change of pace.
5-4.
We saw that in the first men's doubles, didn't we, from Hendra Setiawan.
Setiawan. Expert as well, but this is very nicely done by Tan Wee Kyung.
Yes, Marvin.
Now that's a clever serve, you know. It wasn't to the tee. It was aiming sort of towards his right ear, I think, really.
Yeah, it's as long as he's putting a little bit of an angle to it, Bichem, it's creating a more difficult return, and I think he's benefiting from that. Doing it really well, serving well.
Service over. 5-6.
Movement there was a little bit concerning from Tan Wee Kyung. Oh my goodness. It's extraordinary defence from Bichem. Totally committed after his first defensive shot
7-5.
to his forehand. Look at this.
As only he can do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're always entertainment value, aren't they?
Out. Service over. 6-7.
But the Malaysian pair shouldn't be too overconfident, I think. It's going well for them. They won the first game very convincingly. But there are signs here that the Germans are putting up a much, much better struggle in the second game.
Yeah. And how often have you and I watched the Malaysian pair seeming to be in a winning position and then somehow letting it...
Yeah, letting it slip through the fingers.
Yeah.
And they so often happen at the end of the second game, and then they're not able to get the third game.
Service over. 7-8.
Well, the idea was along the lines of you had been suggesting, the trying to block the shuttle, but that's just way too loose, isn't it?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with the idea.
Yeah. Nicely played from Lamsfuss.
8-9. Yes.
There's such a better fight here in the second game. Much, much better.
Oh, yes.
9-4.
It was interesting, you were talking in the first of our men's doubles how you thought Ben Lane had improved by giving up his mixed doubles. I think the same of Seidel. Now he's stopped playing mixed doubles.
Yes. Yes, I think you've got a good point there.
It's drifted wide.
Yeah, well left by Vishen.
So the server. 10-9.
Good awareness.
Oh my goodness, what a terrific smash from Mark Lamsfuss.
10-all.
Yeah, he's got a very, very good smash when he's got the time. And here we see he's got plenty of time. And then the big, big smash is coming.
But it is the Malaysians who have the advantage at the mid-game interval, albeit just one solitary point. 11-10 in the second, having already won the first.
Play.
There's a lot more shots going in a downward direction as well from the German combination, Morton.
Yeah, there is no doubt that they have changed tactics. They are playing more soft shots. I think they are forcing more lifts. They are not getting too much into these flat exchanges, as what we just saw here. It's becoming a little bit more traditional men's doubles.
Yeah.
And I still think that favours the German pair so much more. And of course, for the Malaysian pair to counter-attack all that is all about pushing Tan Wee Kiong forward and making sure that he's got that control of the net and getting the lift for his partner. At the moment, they are standing too passively, waiting side by side, but this is so much better. And that's the way they win it.
Yeah.
As soon as Tan Wee Kiong takes control of the net, they look much, much better, the Malaysian pair. Block shot.
Yep.
Yeah. 2 shots from the front court area one more needed to win the rally. Completely set up his partner for the winning smash. So more urgency in the Malaysian style of playing.
Yeah, much more pace and, of course, control, as what we just talked about. Attacking so much more here.
Yeah.
And that's the way forward for the Malaysians.
14-11.
But I think it's just so nice that this match is actually proving the point. It really matters to have the initiative. It matters to be the aggressive playing part.
Yeah. And I think that may be the longest rally of this second game. Oh, good return of serve.
Service over. 12-14.
Over 12-18.
Those flat, fast exchanges, they've got to stay away from that, the German pair, because that's where the Malaysians are so good.
Yeah, and they're winning 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Service over. 13-15.
Wide and long.
Service over. 16-13.
Oh my goodness, between the legs.
Good, good
Brilliant.
defensive skills here. Good fighting spirit.
17-13.
Yeah. Between the legs. Then the dive from Seidel.
I'd be very upset with Lamsfuss that he did not get that one. Be upset with my partner. Wonderful fighting spirit shown here by the two German players.
Okay. Wipe the court, please.
Yeah, German's not happy with the court attendant there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Seventeen, 13. Service over.
Yeah, you could see
14-17.
Marvin Seidel just urging himself on, come on. And we are nearing the point of now or never. Desperately need to catch back up if they want to get through this first round encounter. Send it to a deciding game at the very least. And you see, it's errors like that, Morten, that, you know, if you're Malaysian fans, must be so frustrating because you know how talented these two Malaysian players are.
And it's a complete unforced error.
Yeah. Yeah, now one between the legs. An error from his partner, and all of a sudden, what looked to be a comfortable advantage is no more. Just 1 point in it. Great flick serve. Wonderful flick serve and back level.
4 in a row, isn't it?
Five in a row. And into the lead.
18-17. Now then, change it, please.
Oh, wasn't the best of serves. Rather loose. Got what it deserved. Oh, that's a pity from a German perspective. They'd been on such a roll.
Yeah, it's close now. Wukong is a good server. Do you know, Jill, what is actually very, very interesting? Normally we talk about serving, and you're either a good server or a not so good server, medium server, bad server, so on. But you hardly ever change from a bad server to a better server. Tan Wukong has changed from a not so good server to a really good server.
Yeah, all
That's
credit to
very, very unusual.
Yeah.
Often we see that someone is sort of losing it and suddenly can't serve anymore.
Yeah.
But we hardly ever see someone who's not serving so well to suddenly serve well.
Yeah. Well, huge credit to him for that.
Yeah.
And he's good serving. 3 straight points and now 2 match point opportunities for Go Wei-shem and Tan Wei-kyung. Yeah, on a run of 4 straight points, close out this second game, 21-18, 2-game victory over the pair that beat them 2 weeks ago in Switzerland. So their confirmation of the scoreline, 21-11, 21-18 in 36 minutes of play. Safely through to the second round. They had to work much, much harder in that second game, and that's all credit to Lamsfuss and Seidel. So they'll play against Mathias Christiansen and Nicholas Nor of Denmark in tomorrow's second round encounter. But safely through today in 2 straight games against Lamsfuss and Seidel, 21-11, 21-18. So there you can see that Govisham and Tan Wee Kiong, the number 7 seeds, will play against Matthias Christiansen and Nicholas Knorr, the left-hander, in tomorrow's second round.